It'll go live in a second. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Paws Up Halftime Report. I am Jake Gibson. That is Kevin Barral. And Kevin, it's been an interesting one so far. FIU leads 7-0. It feels like, I don't know about you, this game has flown by.
It definitely has. I mean, it's just now 7:29, just over an hour. Not even, about an hour and 30 since the game started. And it's definitely been a weird game. FIU's been honestly pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Just to be honest with you, you had the interception that was called back and then the fumble that was called back there as well at one point. So definitely an interesting first half of action, but got to give it to the defense.
Yeah.
Putting up a shutout in the first half, at least at the moment. La Tech really just unable to get anything going offensively. FIU with an amazing goal line stop.
Yes.
4 times. They had to overturn the last one there, which was originally ruled a touchdown. But, yeah, got to give it FIU. I mean, the offense is looking all right. It's not looking great, but definitely moving the ball, and it's going well. But, yeah, definitely an interesting first half that, you don't always need to score 40 points to win a game, and FIU is showing that right now.
I think the biggest sin for FIU so far, only 13 rushing yards against a rushing defense that has been kind of subpar at times. But no, Louisiana Tech overall does have a great defense, and so far they've looked their part. But FIU's their running game has given up a couple of big plays, but FIU's defense has looked very impressive. And this is the kind of bounce-back game that they needed, considering the past couple of games in which they've given up so many points. So definitely the biggest play of the game so far, that fourth down stop to pretty much to negate that touchdown for the Bulldogs. It definitely set the tone. I really wish FIU got some points at the end of the half there on that drive, but unfortunately they didn't. Yeah,
at that point, it's just weird. You're also facing what at the moment is ranked as the top defense in Conference USA, but honestly, FIU is getting a lot of movement through the passing game. As we see, Keywan, I believe, is 11 for 18 or 11 for 16 with 105 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah,
and he's looked all right so far.
He's taking a beating though. He's had a lot of big hits on him. That one hit to like the head or neck area that took him out for a play. Jones came in, but give credit to Jenkins. He's been fighting today. He only had to come out for one play, and then he came back in and led that touchdown drive. But yeah, he's taking some shots.
And even after all of that, it's just one sack that was accounted towards that, because I believe the first one was that fumble, which was the forward pass, which was overturned. So I don't think they actually counted that as a sack. It was that second one, which was an absolute hit. You usually notice or hear when it's a big hit. That was a big hit.
Hit.
Yeah, definitely a tough one there. Offensive line needs to play a little bit better.
Yeah.
Kind of wish that the O-line would open up some more gaps to start a run game going. You mentioned the Louisiana Tech run game, one of the better ones in CUSA for sure. So we'll see how that goes. But on the defensive side, I have to give credit to Travion Barnes. 8 total tackles, leads the way for the team. He right now is one of the leading tacklers in the whole country right now. So he's been dominant, and it's been fun to watch him go at it. JoJo Evans has got some close plays, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
But it's worth noting Juju Lewis on the offensive side is out for FIU.
Yeah.
Seems like he's done for the year. We'll see. We'll get confirmation of that post-game. Josiah Meehan hasn't played. We don't see him anywhere on the sidelines. It's been a lot of Antonio Ferguson and Brandon Staines, two guys who have seen some action this season, but not that much.
Yeah.
So definitely, interesting first half. So we'll see how it ends.
Are you surprised with how chippy this game has been? There's been a lot of scrums, and there's been a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties thrown in this game so far.
These are two teams that are desperate for a win. FIU 1-3, knowing that they're going to go on the road against Liberty in 2 weeks. So it's not going to be an easy game no matter what. And then La Tech, which is 1-2, trying to fight for that second win to get back to 500.
FIU has committed 2 penalties. One of them was offsetting. Louisiana Tech has committed 5, which has really helped out FIU both on offense and defense. So it'll be interesting to see how Louisiana Tech maybe calms down with those penalties in the second half. But I believe La Tech gets the ball to start off the second half as well. So we'll see how the defense adjusts. They looked good on that last drive. I don't know what to tell you.
And it's worth noting, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a quarterback change for Louisiana Tech.
Yeah.
We saw them run 3 last week. One of them obviously was injured, so they had to go with the third string. So I would not be shocked if Jack Turner takes over in this second half, trying to find some sort of spark. Evan Bullock just hasn't gotten it going for this team in the run game, which is what worse in Conference USA, just has not been able to do much. So I would not be surprised if Jack Turner gets it going. Someone who FIU is very familiar with, that this guy is going to take it downfield and he's going to go pass heavy.
They just have a very confusing quarterback system over there at Louisiana Tech. It's tough to keep an eye on. Even like the Louisiana Tech media had no idea who was going to start until the game started. So Davenport for La Tech has looked good. 6 carries, 25 yards. Edwards, 3 catches, 26 yards. They've kept them off the board. You'd love to see that. It's just how long can they maintain that before Louisiana Tech finally breaks through?
I think the quarterback change may help them out a little bit, so we'll see what happens if there is indeed a quarterback change.
All right. Okay, then. We'll leave it there. There's not a whole lot to report, Kevin. It's a 7-0 game, but we saw some action. We saw some great plays on offense and defense. Just got to see it continue for this Panthers squad, and they can finally get that 1-0 win in conference play for the first time since I was just a youngster in college, a freshman. And what were you doing in 2018?
I think I was finishing up middle school, going into high school.
We'll see what happens. FIU's up 7-0. We'll catch you on the post-game show. Until then.